Whoa.
They're going to be recruiting a lot of free agents this offseason.
Danny, you know we're live, right?
Yeah. I'm just waiting for the tweet to come out.
Yeah, the tweet didn't go out.
Oh, excuse me, boys. Two of you have control of the Twitter page, too.
I thought it was automatic when it went live.
We're not on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're not on Twitter anymore. We're on Twitch.
Oh, you're 100% right.
3.
That is my mistake.
Facebook and the other ones.
But why didn't they do the 25-second clock?
I didn't put it on yet.
Oh, then why are you making a big deal then?
You were saying, because if we click live button, it automatically starts picking up the audio. Until I do this. Welcome to episode 307. James, I know. I'm working on it. It's work in progress, sir. Yell at your son for sitting there and just staring at the screen. Dude had one job.
I don't know how that's my fault.
Whoa, we're blowing up over here. We got 7 people watching already. They love us.
That's a whole 7.
7 more than we're used to. Oh, wow.
That's
All right.
true.
Someone start talking. I'm not used to this kind of pressure.
I would like to start off by
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
by Bing Bong, fuck your life.
Bing bong, fuck your life.
To Joe Judge, because
We're already doing this?
Then
I was gonna go into Byron.
I want to talk to Byron.
What's up? Take me out for dinner. Okay. Oh,
You see these dogs in the yard, you know I'm going at it.
then I watched.
And we lost a follower.
Of course. I watched 10 minutes of that football game.
It's 10 more minutes I watched, by the way.
He ran
Go
the
on.
ball on 3rd and 10 from like the 35-yard line.
Guy had a broken hand or whatever was broken.
Who had a broken hand?
It's the complete surrender mode. It is what it is. I don't know how many times I gotta say it.
No,
What did Glennon break? An
His
inch of his
wrist.
neck off or something? I don't know. Something.
It was a
okay,
wrist.
so
Excuse me.
get and there's plenty of backup quarterbacks.
I know. It's
Get any other one. You could have had Blake Bortles 4 times.
Yes, we could have had.
He's
Blake Bortles.
he's about to go to the playoffs and win a ring in
And then
It's just like I tweeted on Monday morning. If you need to do a 10-minute rant to save your job, it's never a good look.
and then why?
He might get saved because of all the injuries, and I don't know.
Oh, I
That's my
saved
other
this.
thing.
I saved this tweet. Where was it? Hold on.
So I don't know.
A loss
it's
on Sunday to
bad.
Washington, and Joe Judge will be the first coach in history to lose 13 games in a season. Ben McAdoo was 2-10 when they fired him. And Parcells would have lost 13 in 1 year, but he had a tie that 1 year.
Okay.
I
It's
get
rough.
that the quarterback is hurt, and that's.
But honestly, before Daniel Jones got hurt, we still suck. It is what it is, man. As
Daniel
much
Jones
as I
wasn't making a difference.
See, but
yeah, Jones
it's-
wasn't making a difference.
He was making some of a difference, but it's more.
Yes, he
than-
was more competent than Mike Lennon. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's not right. Exactly.
I mean, we're more we're the three of us
Just-
go out there and be better than Mike Lennon.
just the
what-
fact that we had -10 net passing yards is all you got to say about that game. on
What
Sunday.
are we? I
We're
need
here
to
to
know.
we're here to set records.
This isn't a shot at you, Danny, but I need to know what you saw of a man who, like you said, had a 10-minute rant to save his own job. And then what are we talking about with people are calling you who are on other teams?
No,
What is-
okay, thank you
That's
for
the
bringing that
worst
up.
coach
That's
speak
that's
I've
BS.
ever heard. You're telling
That's
me Dalvin
BS.
Tomlinson or Kevin Zeitler are calling you to come back. Is that what
All
you're
right,
telling
Kevin
me?
Zeichler definitely didn't call. I know for a
He's
fact.
loving Baltimore. Why would he
and I
call?
also
Why-
I know for a fact that he didn't call.
Why would
so
So
he
it's
called
either
it.
it's
He called
either
Danny instead.
Why would Colt McCoy, who won games for the Arizona Cardinals, call?
and like
Oh,
the
that guy
second thing,
definitely
he's so full of shit. Like, yeah, I know it's full of shit.
In all fairness, Colt McCoy calls everybody probably every year and
But what-
goes, "For the
Yeah,
love
that-
of God, someone give me a deal."
Colt McCoy is like he calls you for Christmas and he has a nice conversation with you. He's a nice boy. That's what it is.
Yeah,
He's a Texas boy. Leave him
Right.
alone.
He's calling he sends out Christmas cards and he goes through he spends 3 hours talking to people on the phone on Christmas.
there's
You think
there's
Daniel
literally
Colt McCoy has like a cute family that sends out like
Oh, of
matching outfit
course.
Christmas cards?
Colt McCoy is the ultimate Texas boy.
Is he actually from? He's not even from Texas.
He's from the South. It's like Oklahoma.
He's from Hobbs, New Mexico.
really
That's even souther than Oklahoma, I think. Or it's west. I don't know.
definitely West.
He's an
That-
honorary Texas boy. I don't
Anyway.
know,
We're
Matt.
talking sports,
It honestly,
not geography.
Joe Judge lost me on Sunday, and it's just like he's probably going to be back, and obviously he's not the main reason why it's the whole organization of why we suck. If you listen to my the Blues Views on I released it on Tuesday morning, or was it? Yeah, Tuesday morning, and it was the same thing. If you hear me, Snacks, and Harris, arguably, other than Steve and a bunch of other season ticket holders, we are arguably one of the biggest Giant fans around, and it's just we're in the fuck it mood. And then for the three of us to be actually saying that, even though we're going to the game on Sunday, it's just the all-time low of like, just like, fuck, what are we gonna do? You know?
I did listen to the Blues Views podcast because I
Oh,
wanted
thank
to.
you.
I did because I wanted to hear your thoughts on the. I know it's been, and also Snacks is entertaining to me. Although Snacks is hysterical, and of course Harris, love Harris, met Harris. I have to call out Snacks. We could do it now. We could do it later. On this Ben Roethlisberger tweet.
Send the text, Danny. Get him on.
No, because this is
Get
it was him.
Get
This is him. There was another guy in his mentions, and the tweet. I got more mad at the person in his mentions, so it's not really at Snacks.
Oh.
Snacks tweeted, "Congrats to Ben Roethlisberger, blah 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 blah, but Eli's still better." And I'm not.
He is. He is.
No. Okay, here's the thing. He's not. So I get Snacks is gonna say that. Snacks is diehard. You guys are diehards. I get it. And there's a guy but it's a guy in his mentions, and his tweet was the only thing that Ben Roethlisberger and Phil Rivers did better than Eli was have better teammates. But that is definitely the case for Roethlisberger. I don't doubt that at all. But you're telling me that the Mannings, the Manning family, who pulled the move that people only pull like once a decade-ish, of saying, I'm not going to the team that's going to draft me, did that to the Chargers, and then now that Charger organization, who was run so poorly they didn't want to go there, put better people around Phil Rivers? Is that what you're trying to tell me? The guys who fired Marty Schottenheimer after 13-3 season or 14-2 season, they put better people around Phil Rivers?
Well,
I mean, come on.
Just to be fair, that wasn't
They also
Snacks
let
who made that.
they also
It
let
wasn't
Breeze.
Snacks.
They also let Breeze
like I said,
walk.
I'm not putting it on Snacks.
Yeah, there's a lot of dum-dums.
But also, Ben Roethlisberger's numbers are better in every way.
Well, yeah, no, but Eli's still better.
Including at the bar.
Anyway, no,
Eli goes for flip cup. Just remember, Eli goes to drink for
pretty
flip
good.
cup, and he's good at it. He had to show Daniel Jones a thing or two.
How genuine was Eli's face when Snoop offered his death row chain on Monday night?
Then
you saw it, right?
I didn't see that part.
Oh man, Steve, we got to find it. You gotta
I-
find it and see Vin's instant reaction of how genuine Eli's face was.
I only watched the Rodgers. I actually saw Goodell and I saw Cower, or saw
yeah,
part of
damn it, I
Goodell.
miss Cowers. How was that? I'm
Cower
sure it
was good. Cower
I
was
miss
figured that.
Cower.
He was talking up Ben and he was talking up TJ Watt like there's no tomorrow, which of course he deserves.
Well, that's another thing. A lot of people in Giants Twitter, obviously is not nervous or whatever about TJ Watt. It was like the craziest. Like he's a sack away from breaking Strahan's record. So
and he's only played like 12 games.
So that's the question. Does it count because he only played the X amount of games?
I mean,
or is
it counts better than Strahan's because Favre fell.
Right. I was getting to that, but what I'm saying is because it's the 18th game, will people consider it, or it just because he didn't play the 18 games, does it still count? I counts, man.
Yeah, to me,
it counts one and two. Also, when Gastineau set the record, wasn't it?
It was probably 14.
Yeah, wasn't it less games? It may have been less games still.
Not only that,
because they didn't start counting sacks until like 80 something or something.
Yeah,
like mid 80s.
So
it was probably like right before they went to the 17 game season.
That's why it's BS that Quincy Roche, no, not Quincy, Azeez Ojulari and BJ Hill had the Giants rookie sack record.
Right.
Alrighty. Here we go, Vin.
Uh-oh.
Welcome, Snoop.
Okay.
Happy birthday. Hey, please give him some kind of present. He needs it.
Eli, I would like to present to you this Death Row chain, being so hip hop and being so hip. That's yours, baby. When I see you, you got that. I'm gonna put that around your neck. Happy 41st birthday, Eli.
Thank you. I'll look good in that.
He's so awkward. He's so awkward.
In 2 weeks. All right, that's a must.
By the way, we don't own that video. It's ESPN Monday Night Football.
Listen, it was on some random
Random
YouTube channel. So
awkward.
Okay. Had to protect our ass. So yeah, the Giants suck. Happy the season's over on Sunday. Hippie. So New York, we're like very close to getting legalized gambling in New York. Finally.
The report I saw recently was February 22nd.
See, I saw
2022. So that was kind of what they were going with. It's
But
kind of like
but the article I sent you today said before the playoffs, or during playoffs.
I also saw an article that said they originally were shooting for before this season. That obviously didn't happen because of COVID and whatever else happened. And Cuomo, yeah, they had some issues. They were then shooting for at least divisional weekend.
Right.
If they don't hit divisional weekend, then it's basically they're just counting on the Super Bowl and it's whatever. But they want a full weekend of NFL playoff games to be able to.
Like a test run before the Super Bowl, and everybody's like gonna get the free promotions at FanDuel, DraftKings, Caesar, MGM, all the big sites.
So that should be interesting.
So I'm excited.
You sent me an article?
I sent it to the group.
No, you didn't.
ESPN. I didn't.
I don't think so.
Danny's too popular. He's just sending things to everybody.
Danny's got a lot of text messages.
And he forgot all about us. We're just.
I sent you the A-Rod thing that we have to talk about later.
We're just scum of the earth, Finn. We're just.
He's still mad because I'm right that Ben Roethlisberger is better than Eli Manning.
Listen, all I have to say is we need it, but actually it doesn't matter because on Sunday I got to see if the spread is still plus 2.5 for Alabama.
You think it's that?
That was the opening line.
I know, but do you think it's that they're going to blow them out by that much? That was a close game the first time.
It was a close game, but Bama's going to win, which means they're going to cover the 2.5.
I think Georgia's very good though. Like everybody was all over Georgia until they obviously
until Saban punched them in the face and said, "Sit down, boy."
I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think.
No, I think it's going to be close, but I still see Bama winning that game.
What I have a question for you guys.
It's 3. Bama plus 3 now.
Adding more teams to the playoff, we're gonna end up with the same result that the semifinals are gonna be blowouts. But
Right.
do we want it just so the 4 or 5 games are interesting and the whatever 3-6 games is interesting?
As a college football fan, I'm down for it.
Okay.
You get a
I'm
couple
in.
more bowl games that will mean
But
something.
the key is to me, and I'm sure Danny, I know you'll agree with this. It's like you got to give more opportunity now to Notre Dame. You can't hold them out because they're not playing a big game.
I disagree.
No,
I
you
disagree.
You want to be? You
No,
want to do
no,
it?
I mean like if they have one loss or they're undefeated, they belong in the expanded playoffs.
Well, they'll
Not
be in the
top 4.
expanded playoffs.
But-
They're just right. They're just not gonna have a home game. That's
Yeah,
right.
and that's on
their
them.
problem.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Sure.
saying you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
you can't keep them out because they're in quote unquote independent.
There'll be
Well,
there'll be
the
a perpetual
original-
6 seed in this process.
Right.
For the rest of
The
their life.
what's called the original proposal that fan did during the season or before the season, it was like a couple at-large bids were like 4 and 5, and then like the lesser conferences champions, and just like they would have figured it out.
Okay.
So Notre Dame would have been the first road team,
So
the
5.
top road team,
Yeah.
if it was like this season.
Right.
And honestly, Notre Dame, that was a tough loss, another tough New Year's Day loss. But it
Yeah.
looked good until they choked it.
Then it
But-
is interesting, though. I guess that is how they do it now. But I'm like, I would think, wouldn't they just make them? They should just make them bowl games at neutral sites. All the playoff games.
I
think
mean,
it's
it would be cool
difficult.
to have like a home game at Notre Dame Stadium or
I
Michigan
guess.
Stadium, or like the mystique of all that would be awesome, and it would be a waste up opportunity not to have it there.
I guess.
Danny's someone who's watched college football definitely longer than Vin. Doesn't really watch it. He watches it, but watches it.
You and me
He
about
definitely
the same.
You and me are about the same length. But do you think that they should try and incorporate stadium now that they've been using like Yankee Stadium and colder stadiums? You think they should start incorporating like the Big House or Ohio State or some of those other big time old school stadiums into like the bowl schedule? As I was thinking about it, it's like
it would be cool, but who wants to go to Ann Arbor, Michigan in the middle
yeah,
of
but
January for a
still like
Joe
honestly,
Blow bowl game?
Yeah, but honestly, you make that into
Like a New Year's Day game.
like a New Year's Day, like a big time New Year's Day game. You get a team from the South that doesn't get to play there. Now it's like an opportunity for them, to kind of be like, "Whoa, I get to play it."
Call it the Big House Bowl.
Call it the Big
Yeah,
House Bowl.
no, that would be too easy. But we all know what the
Irish
conclusion
Bowl.
of
Right, it's a money situation, but
money
that's the other thing is you can get a lot of people in that building.
Right.
It's going to be a lot of empty.
Because to me, that would be kind of cool to kind of like you throw those schools in, that don't get to play. You get like Air Force and Kansas State that never plays at Michigan.
No, it would be a cool. It would be a cool thing.
I think it'll be a cool experience. They'll overthink the cold, but think about the experience over it.
But that's the expectation of hopefully expanding the playoffs and actually having the home teams actually having home games. So that would be cool. I'm all for awesome college football playoffs. I love this time of year, especially in college. And it's funny now that it's basically free agency with the transfer portal and everything.
now that and all
it's
the
like
money
free
and all
agency.
all these
it's
sophomores
cool.
are playing for new contracts for next season.
Yeah, right.
Right, basically. So it's cool. Tough loss with Michigan, which we kind of expected. We kind of hoped their defense was going to play better, but
I wanted
Georgia
them to show up.
Georgia losing to
came down
Alabama
to.
was literally the worst thing possible for Michigan.
Yeah, but then they would have just had to play Bama.
No, yeah, well, theoretically yes, but the aspect of playing
if
Georgia,
you kept Bama in, that was the key. If Bama lost that game, remember the biggest question we had was if Bama lost, were they in?
Well, I'm talking about Georgia being angry and just saying, "Screw you guys, we're beating literally anybody."
They said it before the game, and they said it. Was it who are the big college announcers that called that game? Who the ABC guys? Herb Street and
Fowler
and Fowler. Yeah. So Fowler actually. Oh no, Herb Street said it, He said it's the perfect matchup because you have an angry Georgia team coming off probably the highest Michigan team in 20 years.
Right.
Beat Ohio State, won their first Big Ten championship since it's been incorporated, since that game's been added to the schedule. Going into this huge momentum, coming against a one-loss Georgia team who got spanked around at the end by Bama.
Right. It's just
close,
unfortunate.
but it was one of those like garbage point closes.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate Michigan tried to play their style of the ball, and unfortunately, that's what Georgia's really good at. So
Listen,
that linebacker is freaking awesome, though, from Georgia. Holy shit.
At the end of the day,
it's a good season for Michigan.
There's two conferences that you need in every college football playoffs, and that's the SEC and Big Ten. It's easily the best two conferences in the sport. In college football.
And then Clemson whenever they're good, or Florida State if they ever get back.
The Big 12 teams just keep getting their asses run over every time they make it.
And Notre Dame.
And Notre Dame, sorry. Yeah.
But
like it's always
Oklahoma.
It's been Oklahoma every time, yeah.
Shout out to the Conference Isn't Cincinnati Conference USA?
You know what? They played their ass off, man.
They were close at halftime. People started questioning it at halftime.
They just fucking suck the air.
Honestly, of all the games that we've watched Alabama steamroll people, they hung in there.
What was the bowl game that they put in? It wasn't. We were the Orange Bowl. They were the.
That was a Cotton Bowl.
I think that was a Cotton Bowl. Yeah. And then the championship game is the Fiesta Bowl.
No, Notre Dame.
No, it's just a championship game, right?
They're in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Right.
For the
championship.
Of course, we can't go without showing the greatest picture from the game. Of course.
Which game are we talking about?
The definition of Nick Saban.
So how many people are watching right now? 2 people?
It says 2, but then like when you go on the actual apps and stuff.
Okay.
According to this.
Hold on, the best picture is coming up.
Let's look at the picture.
Sorry for a little blurriness. I zoomed in a lot on it. The definition of Nick Saban.
Unimpressed, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It comes up basically every offseason, and I don't want to spend that long on it. But
Harbaugh's not going.
He's not going anywhere.
He may take an interview or two just to kind of hear it, but
there's zero chance that the fact it's always like been weird to me that he left the Niners in the first place. That he clearly
he wears out his welcome everywhere except obviously Michigan because that's where he's from.
I know, but I feel like that's a
he
guy
lost
who could have
Ohio State this year. His welcome would have been gone. He should have taken a job in the President.
Any NFL job he wants right now.
Yeah, It's his because he's the only one.
But he could have had any NFL job he wanted when he left the Niners.
Yeah, but it wasn't worth it to him.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. So that's the whole point. He's not going to finally beat a rival of any type at all because couldn't beat Michigan State.
It was probably his agent just getting his name out there, just the extra boost.
He's not going to finally push them over the hump and then just bail. There's no chance.
Listen, the advantage he's going to have is, I was talking with Rosen about it. 3 defensive players are going pro,
right?
And 3 of them, Obaji, Job, whatever his name is, Adobo. He declared the other day also after his junior year.
Declared, and who's the third one?
John Ross, the linebacker.
Oh, okay.
You can argue that all 3 could end up going top 20. You can argue it. Yeah. I'm not saying they will.
Definitely Hutchinson and Adobo.
Right. You got those 2 definitely going top 20. Right. Ross can fall into that top 20 role. It depends on what teams are looking at, who ends up in that middle of the draft. You end up with Arizona getting knocked out in the first round and having a 19th pick and then being like, yo, this is my linebacker of the future.
Even if any college football roster is losing 3 top, even so, let's not say top 50 picks on their defense, it's not easy.
But again, now you're at the point where every guy that comes into this team for Michigan is a Harbaugh guy.
Right.
Sure.
And there isn't a guy left.
Well, he's been that way for a
Yeah,
few
you
years.
still had a couple of freshmen from the last regime or
No
recruits
way.
that
How long
committed
is-
that just were like, no, there were
How long
actually a
is-
couple of them.
Really?
Harbaugh's been
How long?
there. It's
No, he's been there. We're going on 7 years now. It was
Yeah, no.
2013 he
Is it?
left, I think.
No way.
I'm pretty sure
2015 he took over.
Yeah. No.
Okay, I thought it was 14.
There's no way
But
there's some
there were
guys
some
sprinkled in.
But there were some recruits they were saying actually a couple weeks
From
ago on one
Brady
of the
Holt?
Michigan podcast. Yeah, from the last regime that like just commit. They were like 2-star recruits.
But it's
that
mostly
just
his guys.
Didn't
now.
really, but mostly his guys.
It's like
But now it's like
99%.
100%.
Okay.
He
We're
still can't get a
grasping
play
at
down.
Sean's right there, but
But
Yeah.
it's like, and it's not like there's a college job out there that's open. What's open in college? Oklahoma?
I don't think anything.
Did Oklahoma announce a coach?
I thought they did.
Danny, did they
Pretty sure they did.
announce
Football
Lincoln Riley's
coach.
replacement?
Oh,
Almost positive. they did.
Brent Vendables.
Yeah, the coordinator from Clemson.
There you go.
Ranked number 8 in new coaching hires.
Ah, god damn it. Mike Francesa just tweeted that Rodgers is the MVP. I'm fucking screwed.
He must be the guy who lives in Chicago.
I mean, okay.
They already
Look-
mentioned his name.
I want to talk about it that quick because here's my take on that, and I tweeted this today, so this isn't a thing. I don't know if you guys saw my tweet.
I did.
I don't disagree with the premise of what this man is saying. Now, the fact that
He's
he's
a meanie.
no, the fact of what the
He's a
premise
big
of
meanie.
what the reporter is. Yes, the guy's from a Chicago reporter, right there.
Okay, there you go.
Bias. Okay. What he's saying is, and he claims it's not because of the vaccination shit. I think we all know it's a little bit involved. He claims that in the offseason, after everything happened, but then he came back, he said right then and there, I'm not voting for you. That was a jerk move, and he didn't like it was handled, and yada, yada, yada. We can't pretend that stuff like that doesn't factor into voting.
Of course.
Like,
Popularity contest.
well, even not even popularity contest, but just the
Well,
other
people
thing.
like that voting like that definitely before the season even starts. I'm not voting for you.
Right, that's a popularity contest thing. But I'm saying we can't pretend that it's just a numbers thing. Like the fact that Brady has a hand in shaping their roster factors into and the team is good factors in positively or now negatively because of what happened with Antonio Brown. All that stuff is a factor. So if to him what happened in the offseason is that big of a distraction, and what I also said that the two large distractions that he's caused, the offseason stuff, they got absolutely blown out week 1. And then the vaccination thing, he still could have missed that game because he did test positive for COVID. It doesn't mean he would have come back even if he was vaccinated. But if he did, they would have beat the Chiefs. It's just a fact. The Chiefs scored 13 points. They would have beat them. So,
Right.
yeah, 2 of their 3 losses, you could pin on him if you wanted to. And if all that, you put it all together and you think, I'm knocking him down on the MVP wrong, then fine. I think it's nonsense that you would think that, and that the other, for 14 games they played mean nothing.
Well,
but
other than Rodgers, who would you say would win MVP?
Well,
Brady had a great year, but I wouldn't say he was an MVP this year.
I don't know who that
Stat-wise.
person would vote for. If I were that person and I said to myself, I'm taking Rodgers off, I said this last week, it's Jonathan Taylor. But Jonathan Taylor is not going to win. So that guy's probably going to vote for.
I would be someone different and say TJ Watt. Like
Sure.
I would.
Listen, TJ's about to break the sack record,
Sure, vote for TJ Watt.
Isn't
Right,
there an
but
opportunity for them to also make the playoffs?
Steelers?
Is a slim.
I don't think so. What I really want to happen is for the Jaguars to beat the Colts, and then the Raiders and Chargers to take knees for an hour.
I heard
of what
that.
I posted? Because of what I sent you?
Yeah, it's true. If the Jaguars beat the Colts, the Raiders and the Chargers would both make the playoffs if they tied. So they could just take a knee for 2 hours, and
Wouldn't
boom.
that be something?
I don't like.
So here we have this clinching scenario.
I don't know why you wouldn't do that, but I also don't know why you would. It's a weird situation. And also, the Colts haven't beaten the Jaguars in Jacksonville in like 6 years, apparently.
2014.
So I don't think it's gonna happen, but it could.
So Baltimore clinches a playoff spot with a win. Charger loss, Colts loss, Dolphin loss. Okay.
Who?
Ravens. Ravens are in. They win. The Chargers lose. The Colts lose, and the Dolphins lose. The Bills win the AFC with a win. End of story. Cincy,
they win the East.
Benching. They win the East if they win, or a Patriot loss, of course. Or if they both tie. Imagine this whole week is just the weekend.
Everybody just goes out. I honestly want to know, with time and with commercials and with whatever, how long would nothing but knees and punts take? I don't know.
Way too much time for our lifestyle.
They would go to commercial after you punt.
What do you do on red zone in those scenarios? Like, how does he call that?
You would just
nobody went to the red zone today. 7 hours. You would show the punt. Red zone football.
Would you return the punt?
No,
I think no. That should be the rule. The only thing we're doing in this game is returning punts. If you can return one for a touchdown, you win. Or if you can get into the field goal range, you win.
It would be the Joe Judge wet dream game.
Yeah,
the Bengals could win to get the number 1 seed, and they're benching everybody this week. By the way,
well, Burrow's. He's technically hurt.
I didn't see why his name got ripped off his jersey on Sunday.
He kept getting horse collared. It's funny. I was driving to get food at the time, and I was listening to the Bengal broadcast on. It was on like the NFL Sirius, and obviously extremely biased. But they were saying he was getting horse collared, and then Jamar Chase got horse collared, and they weren't happy about it. So I think that's why his jersey got ripped off. His name.
So they win. They could be the number 1 seed with a win, a Titans loss, a Chiefs loss, and a New England loss, or a Buffalo win. So if Buffalo clinches the division, Tennessee loses, and KC loses, and Cincinnati wins, they get a bye.
It's crazy that
that's a lot.
The Titans are the 1 seed.
The Titans are the least scary 1 seed in the history of football. The Tennessee.
But interesting news today was Henry designated for return.
He's supposed to be back. Yeah.
So the question is, if they get that bye, is he playing in 2 weeks?
I think so. He's been saying that if they get to the playoffs the whole time, he's coming back.
Right. I guess we'll see what happens next week. This week, he won't play. Colts are in if they win, so beat the Jaguars and in. Chiefs clinch the 1 with a win and a Tennessee loss. So basically, Sunday night's a win and in game.
It is a win and in game. Yes, they flexed it there because that's what it is.
Both of them.
Raiders or Chargers, they win the game. They're in unless they both tie, unless they decide to tie.
But neither of them. Well, the Chargers get in if they tie. Chargers are win and in or tie.
But you could see the second thing on the Raiders is Vegas tie and Indianapolis loss.
Yeah, so if the Colts lose during the day,
then the two teams
then
just
they're both
tie.
Or if the Colts lose, Pittsburgh loses, then wait a minute.
Then they don't have to do anything.
So if the Colts and Steelers both lose during the day,
the Raiders are in, and it doesn't matter for them anymore. The Chargers have to win no matter what.
I want the Raiders to get in.
Me too. Get Derek Carr and his eye black into the.
Listen,
we need his Lego hair in the playoffs.
Oh, Snacks says Ivan. He called you Vincent.
Oh shit. Big Snacks.
So
pop it up there as I respond.
What was that one? That could be the sexiest offseason coaching spot, by the way.
Oakland?
If they make the playoffs, that guy's keeping his job.
That guy may get a job. But
it's like Ed Orgeron levels of interim coach.
Yeah. Here's the other thing, and I forgot where I heard this today. When does Derek Carr's name get thrown into the MVP numbers? Not numbers wise, but where are they without Derek Carr?
I mean, they have a solid roster, but no, yeah.
Do they though?
He's got good weapons. Hunter Renfrow is very good. Darren Waller is very good.
Renfrow is awesome.
Well,
Josh Jacobs is pretty good.
They had a pretty good other guy, but yeah.
We're not going to talk about that.
Well, the Patriots is the 1 seed. If they win, the Bills
He's only thrown 21 touchdowns, which is not a lot. But he's thrown for 4,600 yards.
A win and a
slinging it,
Buffalo
man.
loss is the New England way of winning the division. Steelers are in with a bunch of crap. Titans winning, they're the one.
It's amazing that Tomlin is gonna have another year out of 500 record.
How
Never
many
being
years
under
have we said fire that man?
I've
You
always liked
know.
him, so it wasn't
I've
me.
liked it too, but how many years has it been like they gotta let Tomlin go? They gotta let Tomlin go. But
I
it's like,
saw a very funny meme this week. This guy being able to coach AB for 9 years deserves a medal.
I mean, that's why he's. I mean, let's see how many 500 seasons he's had. I don't think it's that many.
He's never gone under, is what I meant.
This will be okay. So he's been 8-8 3 times.
Right.
This would be 8-8-1 if they win, but he's never been under. No.
so Cardinals clinch the division with a win and a Rams loss. Rams clinch the division with a win or a Cardinal loss.
That was
Yeah.
a crazy ending last week, the Rams game.
The Saints and
Yeah.
Saints win. Niners. The Saints are gonna go. Taysom Hill's gonna be leading those Saints down the
No,
down.
please God, no. Come on.
This is a funny. Wait, they're winning in the Saints?
Win and a San Francisco loss.
Oh, in the okay. In the
Oh, come on, Niners. We can't have them in the playoffs.
This is funny because at the moment, because of weird tiebreaker things, the Eagles are the 7 seed, but they clinched. And
Huh.
the Niners are the 6 seed, but they could not make it. It's weird.
That's
I
weird.
don't know. I kept trying to look it up because I know they said with the Packers beating the Vikings, the Eagles clinch a playoff spot.
It's so frustrating how good of an organization the Eagles are. It's so frustrating.
I mean,
They like literally punted the season, and they still find a way to
They
make the
played
playoffs.
a bad schedule, but
I know.
Hurts.
but
We said
regardless.
this a few like 2 months ago,
So-
Danny. That Hurts was looking good.
So you know
I
what's
know.
interesting? That if you
Frustrating.
I saw a reel today and I forgot to send it to you guys.
And they should have had another one against the Giants if Aguilar caught 3 balls.
It was
But
split.
I digress.
If you look at Lamar versus Hurts' first 15 starts, it's very similar, the numbers. And granted, Lamar was put in
Really?
a lot better of a situation
Right.
than Hurts was.
Yeah. It was first 16 games, I think it was.
Wow, I
For
didn't know that. I missed
15,
that.
16, something
Yeah,
like that.
I saw that too. And it was the numbers were almost like I think it was
It was within range of each other that it's got to be
what's
close.
the quarterback whisper, what's his face? What's his face's brother?
Jordan Palmer.
There you
Jordan
go.
Palmer.
Jordan
Palmer did it.
He
Wow.
he posted the numbers and it was like very clearly like better obviously Lamar has a better coach and a better situation, walked into a winning team, and the numbers were basically the same.
Wow.
So then again, Lamar's big jump was like I know I guess it was basically year 1, right? Because it was like the second half of that last year that they made the playoffs.
And then he crapped
And
the
then
bed
he was-
in the playoffs against
Right.
the Chargers.
This
But
could
then
be
he
his
won the
first year
MVP.
not making the playoffs.
Right.
Well, I mean, it will be. I think. They're not gonna. And like he has
No,
to get
they
a
didn't
little
have a
bit of
plan.
blame because if he just kicks
He
two on
also
two,
hasn't played the last 3 weeks.
he hasn't played. I'm saying Harbaugh has to get some blame because if he
Oh,
kicks
100%.
if he kicks 2 extra points, they're
Going overtime. Who knows?
They're going overtime. I think they at least win one of them.
But he still hasn't gotten the belt, Snacks. This guy.
Yeah,
Belt.
Tommy's probably laying naked on it.
You sure you want that belt, Danny?
No, I'm gonna defume it when I get it.
Yeah, there you go. Throw it in a vat of acid or something.
That dad bod.
Should we share the picture? Vin asked me where
No.
where it was, and I.
I'm not.
Don't do
We're not. You're not
Let's
sharing
don't
that.
do that. To
We're not gonna get kicked off Twitch for that.
We're gonna get kicked off of everything. Bro. That'll get us kicked off. But playing.
Well, he did do an HBK Playgirl. If you really think about it, in the HBK Playgirl, was it Playgirl? Yeah, Playgirl photo spread.
Yeah, I don't
Little do people know it's actually still tucked under Danny. That one.
What? Oh, my HBK Playgirl? Of course.
Oh God. HBK, what a jerk.
Pre-born again HBK.
You know what's interesting? That he hasn't been fired yet. WWE fired Road Dogg today and William
Really?
Regal.
Well, we know HBK will never get fired.
Well, it's interesting because
Is
they're
he
saying
technically
Triple H
employed?
is almost out.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
basically
he's one of the
runs
producers on NXT
NXT.
Oh, okay. No,
because Hunter's been out. So
Hunter's been out. Okay,
Oh,
Yeah.
I've
I
barely
haven't
paid
been
attention.
following.
I
I'll be
barely
So
paid
honest.
Hunter
attention.
had
I
a heart
didn't-
procedure. So a heart issue caused by bad decisions. Is what the
You mean to
Hmm.
tell me Triple H
you-
had roids? Oh
You
no!
mean to tell me that 20 years of roids is not good for your
It's
heart?
always
Yo,
funny with
did-
Triple H, like all the like videos. He's like, "Yeah, I don't drink," but you juice your brains out. Oh, I'm so healthy. I do
Danny, do
everything
you
right."
remember when he came back from that quad injury at
Right.
MSG and he was
It is the
triple
greatest
the
pop of all
size?
time. Snacks will agree.
Second
But
greatest pop of all time. Sorry, that is the second greatest pop of all time.
for Raw,
Yes.
what's
Yes.
the first one?
Number one is when they went to go announce the host of
The Rock.
WrestleMania.
It's like
Lights
that's
go
like
out.
number one ever.
Rock
And
music
it was
hits.
The Rock. Yeah,
Okay.
that was
Snacks
was
there.
very good. If you're talking
one-
purely Raw, that Cena one this past year was pretty sick though.
The Cena
they-
one against Roman was pretty good too.
I
And
just
also
I
the Brock at SummerSlam this year was
Yeah.
good.
And all the Brian Danielson,
Yeah,
whatever you want to call him now.
the
That
AEW
whole
was really good.
The AEW
Runs
one,
amazing.
the AEW on pay-per-view ones have been good. The other ones they have to announce because TNT got mad that they never told them that Sting was going to show up. Apparently,
Okay, yeah. See, that's a weird like TV rating movie. I think this,
no,
I hope-
tonight is by we're missing it. Is they're on TBS tonight. So
right? It's the first ever TBS. They're in New Jersey.
I feel
They're actually in New
nostalgia
Jersey.
watching Saturday nights at 6 after going to church with my grandma, watching the WCW.
it's always a weird thing with movies and like how much of a trailer do you want to watch before getting it spoiled and like that kind of thing.
So TBS said that it's better for ratings when they actually tell you.
Sure, of course.
Makes
But
sense.
in all fairness,
But then you get the ratings the next week most of the time.
Well, it was like CM Punk. If you really think about it, it was like a rumor that was
Right.
basically
Going for,
true,
like,
and
6
then
weeks.
it was
Well,
like
I guess so. That's kind of you have to have those back channels where you leak it, but you don't leak it, and
Basically.
then the hype gets built, and there you go.
let's just talk about more importantly. Now that Road Dogg was fired, he can go wrestle at AEW, and they could bring back
the Ass
him and Billy
Boys.
Gunn.
The Ass Boys, as
I'm-
my new favorite indie wrestler Danhausen says to his sons.
What did Pat say today? He wants to see. What were they? New Age Outlaws versus the Ass Boys.
Ooh, the Ass Boys.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan
Billy
of
Gunn's
Danhausen.
children. Billy Gunn's children versus Billy Gunn and
Oh,
Road
God.
Dogg.
I've never seen Danhausen wrestle, but I've just watching his YouTube videos have make me a big fan of Danhausen. Really fun.
No idea who that is.
Well,
Yeah,
Google
neither
it
do I.
and you'll know. He's the guy that looks very evil, very funny. He's basically Dr. Nick as an evil wrestler. It's actually really funny. He's a big nerd.
That's actually
Dan
funny.
I don't think that's right.
DANHAUSEN.
HAU?
DAN, like my
Uh-huh.
name, Dan. HAUSEN, or the A or the U, very dyslexic. So it's one
Okay,
or the
so
one or
this
the other.
this guy is the same weight as I am.
Yes,
Let's
spell-
just go with
very
that.
evil.
Danny spells his name with an N. I thought it was an H.
Danhausen. Yes, very good, very evil. Yes.
All right, great. That's just
If you watch his YouTubes, it's actually really fun.
knockoff Finn Balor over here.
Ouch.
Who doesn't even wrestle anymore, so you might as well see him in AEW soon too.
Honestly, again, I haven't watched a wrestling. I mean,
But-
I can't, I couldn't tell.
I
Danhausen-
think it's funny that they say that apparently Vince has been said, let's just keep letting people go because they're going to come back when AEW folds anyway. When AEW is doing so much better.
Yeah.
And also, he's having Tony Khan's brother run WWE when he's done. So,
Ooh.
I
family
thought. Okay.
so it's
So I don't
what
know.
is it? Nick Khan, I think it is. Nick Khan, I think his name is.
maybe.
Danny.
I guess so.
I don't
He's
know
like
the
Vince's
whole
right hand.
WWE thing, but I was under the impression, and now you're telling me he's out, so I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I was under the impression that Hunter was supposed to be the savior, that Hunter was
Wait.
running NXT and NXT was doing so well.
Well,
that he was
Vince
supposed to be the
apparently
savior
put his hands in the cookie jar again.
of NXT.
And Vince has been like showing up on TV too recently, and it's like, okay, you're like
Like
112.
the NXT rebranding is horrific.
Okay, so he fucked that up too. So we just need Vince to die. Is that what we're all saying?
Vince is turning into
Shout out.
literally Montgomery Burns.
Okay.
It's
Montgomery
legitimately
Burns.
turning into Montgomery
Quite
Burns.
literally, they killed Montgomery Burns on The Simpsons like 2 months ago. So we're getting there.
They did? They actually killed him?
They actually killed him. Yeah, he legitimately. I think they killed him off.
Listen,
I
he's
look
been
really
shot-
stupid right now because I have The Simpsons as my background. I'm shocked they're still on.
I know.
He
I
actually
only
just signed on for like 2 or 3 more years.
I
too.
worked with a guy who like was watching the new episodes, and he was like, "Yeah, they killed Mr. Burns." I was like, "Oh wow."
Know what the sad thing,
No.
Steve, is? The Simpsons were last good when we went to see the movie in high school.
That movie was
Vincent.
solid.
Yeah, I
Vincent,
didn't say it.
What?
Vincent, as per Google, Mr. Burns' status is alive.
Okay.
That guy doesn't know what he's talking about because that would be all over social media if Mr. Burns was actually
I
killed.
feel like that would be a bigger deal if Mr.
But
Burns
then
died.
again,
It's
Mr.
like-
Burns
it-
was technically killed. Don't forget.
35 times, right?
Yes, by Maggie.
Because he took her
Well, no,
lollipop.
he didn't die. He got shot. Who shot Mr. Burns?
Right. Listen, if Mr. Burns and the late great Betty White would have been like top things on Twitter.
Well,
Trending.
talking about an all-time mush job by the People magazine, huh?
It's tough.
Right. They literally Mike Francesa and Betty White.
Yeah. Yeah. I got off of Blues Views and I went on Twitter and it was TMZ Betty White died. I was like, what? No, she couldn't wait last 18
Like 2 more
days.
weeks. All you got to do is 2 weeks. That's it.
Damn.
Maybe
Rest
Mr.
in
Burns
power. Rest in power,
Rest
Betty.
in power. Maybe Mr. Burns isn't dead. I don't know. That guy doesn't know what I was talking about. He smoked a
I
lot
have a
of weed,
question.
though,
Is
so he
People
might-
Yeah,
Magazine
you could
still
tell that
releasing
if-
the episode? Is People Magazine still going to release the magazine?
I think
It
so.
was out. It came out.
Yeah, that's going to be one of their top sold issues of the year.
Do they still actually sell it in stores?
I guess.
Do people
you
still
know,
read magazines?
They're still there at the grocery store. I don't know who buys them, but they're there.
So the
I-
grocery store buys them. Got it.
And then either NBC or ABC were going to have a big birthday bash for her 100th birthday.
That's tough.
TV Land all weekend was nothing but Betty White shows. Everything that she's ever been on, basically.
So they're
Golden
going
Girls.
with the quick right turn with a eulogy memorial, I guess, thing I would assume they would do.
Speaking
Well, they
of,
said something about a Betty White Day.
sure,
given
her a
that's
day.
great.
Well, they were going to have a special for her 100th birthday. So
Speaking of watching things, do you guys
January
watch
17th.
a New Year's Eve show? Like, do you
yes,
have one?
I do.
Which
We
one did you
watched
watch?
3 of them.
Yeah, I watched 3 of them. We watched the Andy Cohen and
They were
Cooper
drunk.
Anderson. Yeah, he was hammered.
Yeah.
And then we watched the Seacrest one, and we watched NBC with Miley and
That was a strange one. I had to
That's what I
watch
was gonna
it. We
say.
had that one
Miley
on.
and Pete Davidson were oddly good. That's the one I watched.
Yeah, Pete. I don't know what Pete Davidson has. I really
It's-
don't get it.
Pete Davidson is one
I
of
don't
the
find him
weird-
funny
like,
at all.
It's weird. I don't know. Everybody loves him.
He has
So-
a hammer. Definitely has a
He had-
huge
well,
hammer.
that's-
So,
Okay.
so
We're just
the
gonna
way
just-
he does it, he plays that the funny depressed guy card.
But how does he get Kim Kardashian and
Because he
Ariana?
played.
Grande?
I don't-
Because listen, all I want to know is when is the TMZ helicopter going to get the video of the two of Kanye bought the house next door. I want to watch them take the garbage out together, like next to
Well,
each other.
it's
The
just
best is
without-
he's still living with his mom in Staten Island. So Kim K's just chilling in Staten Island. It's just weird.
It was just out like today or yesterday that Kim is like officially filing for divorce or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, she hasn't yet.
Apparently, it took this long. I
Well,
don't know.
they have a little rough weekend with Chloe and Tristan Thomas.
So they have
Yikes.
to
I mean,
get something in the
How
news.
many times have those people? Why are we?
And
talking
in all
about these
fairness
people?
to Channel 4, shout out to them because after Miley and Pete Davis were done, they went to some show in Nashville
Okay.
because it was still 2001 there. So they started
Right.
putting on a whole country concert for an hour.
Oh yeah, Right, time-wise, that
Yeah.
makes sense. No, I mean, I don't.
We
I don't
watched
mind
mostly
people.
Seacrest, and that one woman was very annoying.
I'm so
We
sick
watched the
of
football
Ryan
game and it was
Seacrest.
11:30. So then
I haven't cared about Ryan Seacrest in I don't know how many years.
Right. And then
in all
that
fairness,
one couple
Vin promised
proposed with
me-
their masks on and kissing with
See,
their masks on was pretty funny.
Vin also
I didn't see
promised
that.
me Saturday night that he was going to knock me out until the year 2037 because that's how many
did.
points Georgia scored.
I did.
Should have.
I liked. This is the last thing on New Year's Eve. I liked a few years ago the NBC one. I guess that I don't know, maybe whatever one Anderson Cooper and
Would be
Andy
CNN.
Cohen did. Right? Was it CNN?
It was
Okay.
CNN.
Well, then it was the NBC one. I think Steve Harvey did it. That was
No,
very
that
good.
was Fox.
Fox.
And he looked like
It was
Pimp.
Fox. The Steve Harvey one was great.
When he just kept wearing his pimp clothes to everything.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Whatever.
let's talk
'Cause he
about
doesn't give
Steve
a
Harvey for a second.
You need someone who doesn't give a shit. That's the key.
Can we talk about Steve Harvey for a second and the fact that he's got a new show coming out where he's
Him
a
as
judge?
a judge. Yeah.
Wait, it's like a judge show, but he's the judge.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so in. I love Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey's hysterical.
Snacks like Steve Harvey too.
Steve
He's
Harvey
still
is
in
the
there.
man.
I'm starting to see a love relationship with ABC is going to have a show where Steve Harvey is
Yes.
the judge.
I can't wait.
ABC actually has a lot of banger TV shows that
No,
look
they
like
don't.
they're going to be funny. That elementary school show looks really funny.
Nothing on cable is funny. Except for Steve Harvey.
Tuesday is at 8.
Family Feud. Family
Yeah,
Feud is
I'm with
fantastic.
Snacks on
And
that
Steve
one.
Harvey is great on Family Feud.
Good answer. Good answer. That's still my
Thanks,
all-time
Nick.
favorite.
I appreciate it.
There
Thank
was
you.
one.
Thank you.
There was a
Layup.
clip. I don't know if you guys did. You guys see the clip?
Question of the day. Question of the day, by the way.
Oh, come on.
Ah,
Swanson.
Ron Swanson.
I know I'm not a Parks and Rec guy, so I'm going.
I'm not,
Steve
but
Harvey.
it's.
Oh, I love Parks. and Rec.
What clip, Vin?
There was a funny. It was I don't know. It was a guy like with I guess an African accent trying to pronounce something on Family Feud, and he couldn't understand what he was saying. I don't remember what he was saying, what he said now. I have to find it. I'll send it to you guys later.
Did you guys see what happened to the girl, like the highest winning girl in Jeopardy history, female?
No.
She
Snacks, what
won
happened
like
to
$1
the
million or something and was held at gunpoint. Got like everything stolen from her.
Oh, well, that's lovely.
Apparently, she's still going though.
Go her. Snacks, is she really good? Snacks watches Jeopardy every night like a 90-year-old.
Does he?
Yeah.
I feel like
That's such a
I sent the
snack
link. You
thing.
need to come on here and defend yourself, buddy. Like,
No, he's gonna write. He watches it every night. I talked to him.
I sent the link in the tweet that I tagged you in.
I sent it to him as well. He watches it. I'm not even making fun of him. See?
Okay, so I don't know who this guy is, but we got a tweet that we're going to bring
She's
up on the
extremely
screen.
impressive.
We got to reply to our live about Vin.
I saw this.
Oh, Vin. Oh boy.
Does anybody know who this person is? My guess would be Ben.
I don't see anything. Let's see. Can you? Cleveland Lives Matter. Vin fucks. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out
Let's see the Cleveland Lives Matter.
account. Click on it. Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, we're gonna have to stay away. But thanks for saying that Vin fucks. We all
Yeah,
agree with
appreciate
Vin.
it. They have
Wait. This person is saying that Vin fucks while they have this. This is a Cleveland thing that they have on their page.
Yikes.
Okay.
Let's see, is their team any good? Okay. So just saying.
This guy's very.
They're also
problematic.
making purchases.
Well, actually, no. That's actually you.
What are you talking about?
What have you
'cause
been searching?
That was
Or
on
I'd
Twitter.
kill
Danny.
you all. Oh well, I'm not scared of you, Snacks. So,
Shout
all
out
right.
Eddie Lapp. His dad is cancer free.
I figured
Who
I
is?
found the clip. It was a guy. The question was, "What's missing at a wedding?" and the guy's trying to say pastor, but it sounds like he's saying pasta because it's an African accent. It was just, I found it very funny. Anyway, can we talk about A-Rod for 2 seconds?
Yeah, let's talk about A-Rod.
Because
we already do.
Well, Adam Arshon from the Post had a good article today that ESPN's basically going to try, maybe think of the idea of doing a Manning cast version for A-Rod. First of all, baseball sucks, and it's so localized that no one's going to be watching Sunday Night Baseball when it's the Cubs and Marlins, or Cubs are a bad answer, but let's say the Brewers and Marlins play on Sunday Night Baseball. No one's tuning in to watch A-Rod interview 5 or 6 people. It's different. Football is a different animal. Maybe basketball would be the only one.
Here's my take.
Listen, Kyrie's back and we haven't even talked about it, so that's how much we would watch basketball.
He's allowed to play like 2 games the rest of the season.
Yeah, the rest of the schedule is like at home.
Yeah,
that's funny.
So he's going to play this game.
It's okay. Antonio Brown was at the net game on Monday.
I'm shocked they haven't filed the exemption because he doesn't have to get tested for 90 days, right?
That is true.
The NBA has that rule.
I don't know. I know it's the football rule.
It's the hockey rule too.
Nah, I think now it is.
No, it was the hockey rule. They said it when Barzal got sick. They said it was his last time for 90 days getting tested.
A-Rod. One, if you do a Manning cast, a quote unquote Manning cast, it takes him off the major broadcast. I like Matt. I like Matt Vasgersian.
I thought he left.
Did he leave too? Well, that's going to be annoying. If he left too, then I'm kind of out. But the Mets are hopefully good. They might be on Sunday Night Baseball a little bit more.
Santa Maria.
I like that. I love
it too.
The idea of Matt Vasgersian just being overly excited for no reason for any team. I love it. If you take the style that the Mannings are doing, and I don't know how you would break it up guest-wise, and you bring in the local guests, it would take some of the A-Rod doesn't know what he's talking about with these teams, which he doesn't because he can't follow all fucking 30 teams.
Okay.
So if you bring in this person's ESPN affiliate, this person's regional person, whatever, I think it could make it a little more interesting. And like I said, it would take them off the normal broadcast, and I could avoid them. That's my 2 pluses.
I don't know. I'm strictly watching Mets and Yankees, and like if like the Red Sox are like that's the only time I'm really watching Sunday Night Baseball.
I agree. I'm at the point where I'm honestly at the point where football is really the only sport that I do watch the my teams.
Right.
Well, you paid $120 to watch your team, and they're never on.
3 times. I counted 3 times. It was opening week. There was a Bengal game where they missed all the field goals. I had to use it, and there was a Viking game that they lost in Minnesota that I had to use it. Everything else.
As per USA Today in October, that he was Matt Vasgersian is not returning.
And if I use it, even though I don't, I have to see if I plan on using it this week. Because if they play Love for a significant amount of time, I want to watch it.
Fair enough.
That'll be 4 times. So it'll be, what is that? 120 divided by 4 is like.
You're not Saturday, are you? No, you're playing Sunday.
No, everybody's Sunday.
No, there's 2 games Saturday.
Yeah, there's 2
games.
Yeah,
they flexed 2 games.
The Broncos, Chiefs.
Yeah, and then the Cowboys, Eagles.
Cowboys, Eagles, yeah.
Oh, that will get a good number.
So here,
I paid $30 a game.
Jets are playing at 4:00. I forgot about that because you're getting Steelers Ravens at 1 on Channel 2, along with the Giant game, and then you get the Jets Buffalo. The Niners Rams game is actually going to be on at 4:00 here.
I'll be honest. I got really scared when they did the scheduling. The Giants Washington game was the last 1:00 game. I go, oh no. 4:00 game for this awfulness. Thankfully, my eyes.
If the division, if Washington was playing for the division, they would have. Because if you think about it, they put 2 division matchups. You basically put 2 division titles on the line at 4:00.
Because that happened to us 2 years ago when the Eagles were up for the division, and we got moved to the 4:00 game.
And the Saturday games, they just put the highest drawers. So they just put the Cowboys and they put Pat Mahomes, and that was kind of it.
I'm excited for Sunday night's game.
It'll be
hopefully they don't Raiders take knees, and
I really want to see the knees. I would watch 20 minutes of it, and that was
Vin,
it.
I'm gonna say these words, and it's gonna be words you would never have thought I'd say. But I want to see the Chargers in the playoffs this year. I want Herbert in the playoffs.
You like Justin Herbert now?
Well, he's not Phillip Rivers, so yes, I like Justin.
I know.
I wanted Justin
I
Herbert.
don't know why you hated Phillip Rivers in the first place.
Because he has 20 children. It's only cool if you do it with 20 different women. Like Josh Jacobs and Antonio Cromartie.
And you recite their names on television.
And Tristan Thompson, apparently.
After that was the best part of that. What it was there was the clip where he forgot some of their names, and then they shot to the clip that he was reciting them, like while he was practicing.
Right.
Try to make him look good. Shout out Cromartie. He was a cool dude. I think he did some bad shit, but no, shout out Cromartie. No saving baseball. Well, yeah, sort of.
Agree.
I don't think, and I've said this before, I don't think baseball. It definitely needs to be saved. It needs a new commissioner because he stinks. And they need to.
Excuse me, you can't say that. We have to fire you for saying that.
Fire me. Go ahead. But baseball is always going to, at some level, be like Broadway. It's not for everybody. It kind of takes long and it's a little boring. But it's not going to.
That's what it is, and we've talked about it. Like our
it's
generation was the last generation that can sit down and watch baseball.
It's never going to pass the NBA and the NFL at this point.
Well, never again now.
Never. So
I think if anything, you should make.
You're perpetually
You got to make the game shorter. You got to make the game shorter.
I do.
And not
I said all year I did not hate 7-inning games. It was because it was helping the New York Mets. In general, right. I don't hate 7-inning games.
It also got them off our television a lot quicker.
I mean, honestly, if you look at their record when they were good last year, they were a 500 team, and then 8-1 in 7-inning games. It was ridiculous. But I don't hate the concept. I don't hate a permanent 7 if they put in
Crosby's fighting on TNT.
7-inning doubleheaders
TNT, whatever
permanently. I would be fine with that.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
Eventually, I think yes.
Ben will be the easiest one, unfortunately.
I think it's upsetting that Ben. I still think Ben should have retired the same year as Rivers and Eli, and then the three of them could have just went in together.
Rivers stuck around another year though.
Yeah, Phil.
He played last year.
Oh, that's right. He came in late, very late.
Yeah, he came in. They went to the playoffs last year.
Yeah, he came in very late. I remember, and they also called him. They said the Saints called him also and asked him if he was interested in playing.
Yeah, I'm with Snacks on that
one. You're out on 7-inning.
But I just think
7-inning doubleheaders or 7-inning games in general.
I think 7-inning games in general.
So
I don't know.
Even if
I'm not out, I don't know, man. It's not the game we grew up watching.
Sure.
It's not, but I feel like if you're going to keep baseball around, 7 innings is going to be the way to do it.
I don't
think about it. You go
the difference of 2 innings though. That's what I'm getting at. If
you're
already invested 7 innings, you're gonna stay for another 2.
It's an hour, basically.
I know, but if you're already captured,
Danny, weren't you at Eli Manning's last game?
Yes.
Not Eli. David Wright's last game.
Yes, that was
did you stay the whole game.
That's different. Yeah, it doesn't count.
That was terrible.
We waited
and we had
14 innings to watch the Mets Marlins play a 1-0 game just to watch David Wright say thank you.
Yeah, that was bad. And we had a giant game the next day.
Shout out, just retired Cameron Maben got the game-winning hit that night in
25 cents.
It's in the book.
But yeah, and then we waited to hear the most boring person on the face of the earth that we already knew say thank you 14 times in 14 different ways. Bro, I love you. You're boring.
That was bad.
It's just the way it is.
I snuck into the 7-line section for that.
All right, so I'm the only person that likes 7-inning games. That's fine.
I'm in on 7-inning games.
I'm in on 7-inning doubleheaders. I don't think permanent games, only 7 innings, but the doubleheader wise, I think it's.
But if you're investing 7 innings already, what's another hour?
But if I'm
theoretically,
if a game gets rained out, I'd rather.
Well, I'm talking about doubleheaders. Fine.
Danny,
I'm talking about
we did the hottest doubleheader of all time. Just remember that.
Yeah, that was
Upper Deck. Upper Deck Shea Stadium, first weekend in July. Doubleheader against.
I get what you're saying, but I think an hour.
Didn't they fight?
Maybe.
I think an hour of time matters in general.
I think
I know, but if you're
you're going to keep the
reinvesting an
kids
hour, what's
into
the
it
deal?
these days, kids can't go and sit and watch baseball like we did. That's the problem.
Well, they don't have it. Well, when we went to Shea Stadium, we didn't have anything to really do.
That's the other thing. There's nothing else to do. The 7-inning games to me does twofold. If you're doing them permanently, which again I don't think, it brings starting pitching. Or it takes out middle relief. It's not going to bring back starting pitching, but it takes out middle relief. And
I think it
you'll
hurts
see more
starting
complete
pitching as
games.
well.
You may actually start seeing more
Well,
complete games.
Stroman was the king of that.
right. Well, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't help starting pitching, but it takes
I think
out
he
middle
blocked
relief,
everybody
which
until
is what
we were
everybody's
gonna ask him.
everybody's issue with the mediocrity of baseball is middle relief pitching, basically.
Right.
You know, using
Well, that was the
three
that
guys
was
to get
also
through
the
the
thing.
sixth inning.
That was also the thing. They wanted
It was electric when we beat the Yankees at Yankee Stadium during the 7th
as the
inning
home team.
games.
Yeah.
Well, I
As the
was
home
talking
team.
about that too, but I was talking about this year with the
Well, no,
Lonzo.
that was.
And I got to
what?
shove it in Snack's face. That was
Rosario.
That
hit
was the COVID year 2 years ago.
Rosario hit a walk off at Yankee
Yeah.
Stadium.
Yeah, as the home
And
team. That was
then-
so funny. And
You
Gary
know what?
got
I'm not even gonna
weird.
say it. Never mind.
Say it.
What?
And then what was
Say it.
the other one?
Chadwick
I was
Boseman
gonna
died that day.
Make a. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Just saying.
He did.
Then we don't have to re-sign Familia.
We might have to resign Familia.
Well,
No,
what
Then
Tom,
if we go
what
7
Tom-
innings,
what Tommy said in the group text is what should be 1 year deal.
1 year. Yeah. I don't. The 7-inning game thing. You're saying what would an hour do? An hour, at least an hour, is a significant amount of time. Everything else they've done to try to sweep the game is going to save 10 minutes at most.
well, that was the thing. They saved time by cutting out the fact that the thing that was most annoying about middle relievers was guy comes in, one pitch, guy hits a pop up. Okay, get the other guy out of the bullpen now.
But
That
even
was one of the
the-
most boring games I've ever been to. The one time I went to Tampa, it was the Rays against Yankees a week before the playoffs. They're both making the playoffs. It was a pen game for both of them.
Oh
And
God!
G-Man Choi hits a home run and to walk it off. It was awesome.
But they
Such
did
a shitty stadium.
They
It's
had
terrible.
a stat that from the year before they made that rule change, the amount of pitching changes that wouldn't have been allowed was like, I don't know, something like 400 or 500 over the course of the whole season. That's like, you know, there's 1,000 games.
I think
it's
in
like-
September, it's really when in September it gets carried away.
Well, that's the thing. Making the roster change, I think, was important because then you were going. The whole 40-man roster was open, and people didn't carry 40 guys because that would be ridiculous travel wise. But yeah, having 4 lefty relievers in the bullpen and just keep rolling them in, friggin' Tony La Russa, that was annoying. I get it, but I don't even a pitching change. While it stops everything, it takes like 5 minutes. It's not that big.
Calling a timeout on baseball. We have important news right now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to click on. Hold on. You know, I should have set this up before I said that. There has been a 2-note-page statement made by Antonio Brown that he's having ankle surgery. That's nice.
Oh my God.
There is a 2-page notes, and per Snacks, and I agree with what he said. There's nothing better than a good iPhone notes app.
Well,
message.
Snacks is the king of iPhone notes.
I'll be honest. That's what got me into Snacks because this is just really quick. 2 months ago, I know Danny, you've been on with them for a while. I didn't really know who they were. Just reading him go off after all these games was hysterical, and the video with Roan was great. I love Roan, and but yeah.
And the thing is, with Snacks, it's 100% real.
It's 100% real.
So to summarize,
The funniest thing about the video,
my past, but my past does not make a second-class citizen. My past does not forfeit my right to be heard when I am in pain. So,
Okay, sweet Jesus.
The funniest thing about the video was his dad trying to force food down people's because I've lived through that. My dad,
we all have.
that. I mean, it's hysterical. That was
Why don't you sit down and eat?
the funniest guy.
Every time I went to watch football at the Santangelo.
Steven, how many times? Every time you come over, he tells you to eat. Every single time. I'm like,
Yeah,
I tell my dad, I'm like,
That's every
Dad,
Italian house I go into.
I know, but I'm like, Dad, Steve doesn't eat food.
Well, Finn, did Steve ever go to your house? Because he in his high school age,
He was even more picky.
disrespected our house.
Did he?
Yeah.
No, see, here's the thing. Like, I know Steve is a bit of a picky eater, so I told him that. I was like, can we just get something normal, and it'll be fine. Or like,
Steve,
just get pizza.
Remember what you did?
What did you
Well,
do? Steve?
looking at it, it wasn't bad, but like
I
my
asked for
mom
ketchup
just
for my
looked at him
pasta.
at like,
I don't need sauce.
yeah,
That
he
was
had
the thing,
ketchup.
right? He doesn't eat sauce. He put
Which we
ketchup on the
didn't know.
pasta.
He put ketchup on pasta, and my mom just looked at him like, okay.
That's tough.
We're like, all right,
When
we're
you're in
never
high
having
school, you're
pasta
just
again.
kind of gonna do it. You're just gonna kind of
Yeah.
do
No,
it.
I get it.
If it was like
grew up-
now, I'd be like, let me get some butter or something.
I
'cause
grew up.
some
No,
people-
yeah,
I get it. Yeah, exactly.
But
Butter, and then it's
After that moment on, my mom was like, all right, whenever Steve's coming, we're not doing sauce. No.
that's it. That's it. We're not wasting sauce if you're not gonna eat it. You piece of shit. Okay. I mean, we
I
have
didn't want to
talk a
leave that
little
up, so
about the AB thing.
It's AB being AB.
may have been the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Wow.
It really was just the most bizarre thing ever.
Do you believe that the security guards thought it was a fan on the field?
Yes,
At first, yeah,
I do.
that was hilarious.
Because it was just he ran on the field during a play.
Yeah.
Like that's too many men on the field. First of
I'm very
all.
glad I wasn't. I'm very glad I was watching Red Zone at that.
I
point.
have a question: Is
Also, he
who
pissed
had the
$1
ball in
million.
that scenario? Was it them or was it?
No, they didn't have the ball because Evans was trying to get him to stop. on the
Right.
sideline.
Okay, so they don't have the
couldn't
ball.
have the ball.
So they didn't have the ball, so it would have been They had 12. They had 12
They
players.
had
on the
12
defense.
defensive players on the field. That's just a fact.
What if it
He
goes
was-
the other way and he ends
He
up
was
picking
either
up the ball?
he was offsides or they had 12 people on the field.
I have a better question for you, right? Bucks pick it off.
It's a penalty.
Jet chases the guy down at the 1, fumbles in the end zone. AB picks it up in the end zone.
That's a penalty. Whatever. It's 12 men on the field. I just don't.
What do you call it on? Is it
The Jets,
not
man.
right equipment?
The
Not
Jets.
the proper equipment to score a touchdown?
Well, yeah,
with?
you have to have
You
the helmet
can't
to be on the
You
field.
can't tank the Jets.
No, you can't out-tank the Jets. I just don't like. There are conflicting reports of whether he needs the money or not. Because the big thing is he doesn't pay people, but maybe he just doesn't want to. Like, I don't think he
Who?
needs the money. AB, like
Okay.
he stiffed the whole reason the vaccination thing came out was he stiffed somebody money, and they ratted him.
Right.
Like he never paid for. I think he paid the vaccination guy, but he didn't pay the chef who hooked him up with the vaccination card guy. So that's how this all came out. So I was like, if he needs the money, he pissed $1 million down the drain.
I see a whole lot of. But I don't think he needs the money because he also has a good. When he was in Pittsburgh, he had a good brand.
I don't think he needs the
So
money.
I think that
Clearly,
But he's also the guy that you're gonna find out that he's broke in 2 years.
I know.
right, he's gonna be the star of the 30 for 30.
I don't know. It was just the most bizarre, and the fact Jets still lost was just the most Jet.
QB
Brady
sneak on 4th and 2.
Brady.
There were some convoluted reasons. They were like, oh, he didn't know he was supposed to pitch it or something. There was a miscommunication or something.
Yeah, to Barrios, and I guess he didn't like the read, and
just give the ball to Braxton Berrios anyway.
yeah, he was money the other day.
It was. I forgot what it was. Somebody said, or Wilson said, that it was like a read option, and he saw a hole.
The thing was the normal read is like that. It's at that play on the goal line, and he has the choice whether to give it to Barrios or run it. It was supposed to be they're running that play, but you're definitely giving it to Barrios, and that was a miscommunication.
But Robert said it the best though. Why are you running an end around on a 4th and 2, back 4 yards?
This is a
granted Barrios again, like they said, Barrios had a great game on Sunday,
right?
So
but
definitely,
to me,
you put the ball in his hands. You're trusting him with the ball, but still, you don't go backwards on 4th and 2.
I know. To me, this is a bitch way of looking at it. I would have kicked the field goal because you can't lose at that point. Arians is not going to go for 2. There's no reason to go for 2, even if they score at the end of the game. I don't think.
They had nothing to lose, so
Maybe
the Bucks didn't. But only thing the Bucks would have cost them is they wouldn't be playing for. Oh no, they can't even get this 1 seed because the Packers won, right?
So
Well,
the crazy thing is,
If the
AB's
Bucks lost that game, the Packers
the Bucks
would've
won that
clinched.
game. They still could have. If the Bucks won, they did win.
The Bucks
So-
won.
no way
Did you
AB
win?
wrote all this. This
Oh,
definitely-
no shot.
Did you hear him talk in that cameo? It was pretty funny.
Did you see the random guy who picked him up outside?
Oh yeah,
city?
apparently
It's like
he's
his
the
friend. It's
apparently he's the Giants Uber driver, Giants and Jets Uber driver.
Yeah,
He's
he's like
apparently his bio is Odell's and Saquon's Uber driver.
yeah. He said,
Danny something.
Did you listen to part of my take, Danny?
No, but I saw that
He was
had-
on, wasn't he?
He was on part of my take. They talked to him. He said he's good friends with AB and Saquon and Shep and OBJ and those guys.
It's good to know Shepard has a friend for when they cut him in a couple.
Yeah,
weeks.
it just says he.
And he
Actually,
got
he
divorced
drives him around.
too. Tough.
So, all right, you want to
Do our picks?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So I was gonna ask. I tried to make one, but it's
Thank you,
saying I
Wes.
can't.
Danny Boy
click.
hustle hard.
there it is. Danny Boy Hustle Hard.
Or
It was
Should
maybe-
be my
actually-
new Twitter handle.
If you have a second, just listen to that portion of the part of my take interview of their show. It was very funny.
Danny,
That should be
you
my new
made
Twitter handle.
you made the original pick'em, so you can look to see if you can push it to continue for the playoffs. If we want to do it, we might as well. We're gonna
Or we
make
can make
picks
it-
for the games anyway.
There is
I
a
just
new.
tried to make another one, but it's up to you. They have a playoff one, but I didn't know if we could just, push this one over into the playoffs first.
I think it's 2 separate things for them, but
Hold on.
I mean, I have it created already for a playoff one. All I have to do is hit the create button, and we're in.
No, it ends.
It
yeah,
ends.
I
Okay.
thought so.
So here, I made the playoff one. I'll send it to you guys after
Okay.
for you guys to join. So that way we'll do it again.
Do I have any chance of catching up to Vin? Oh, Vin would
Yes.
have to lose 7 games. No, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm winning. I'm winning every game this week, and that's it. You guys are all done.
Mike, this is really quick. Mike Puma just tweeted that Fonzie reached out to the Mets about coming back, and there hasn't been any indication that they're interested in rehiring him. That's unfortunate. I want him back.
I want him.
They also have a mystery bench coach who's apparently a high profile or big name or something, exciting name. I don't know how you could be exciting about a bench coach, but that it was characterized. It was characterized as an exciting name with and it's an interesting or a tricky contract negotiation. To me, that sounds like
For a bench coach?
to me that sounds like what we talked about earlier. That they're they're trying to hire one of the young guys to come and be Bucks bench coach, like Espada or the guy from the Rays. And it's tricky because they were already bench coaches somewhere else.
But
and you
why would they
can't-
leave those? Yeah, why would you leave those?
Why would they? I don't know. They're going to pay them more money. That's the only thing I can think. But
But I
are
thought we said that you can't bring a guy over for the same position.
I don't know if you can, but that's why they're saying it's a tricky negotiation.
So,
It's
okay.
from Disha. What's her name? Disha something.
Oh,
The
Disha
Post
from the
girl.
Daily News.
Yeah, from Daily News.
Daily News Post.
Same.
But there's people are going crazy on Twitter that like it's Granderson, it's David Wright.
No.
Somebody said
Anderson
somebody said
already
Mickey
said no.
Callaway.
Well, he's not allowed, so it's okay.
No, it's not.
Stay away.
It's not Granderson and it's not David Wright. But
Honestly, like in
Like
my
you go on.
Talking Giants group that Weston Snacks are in, like, why would people like high profile names ever want to become like a GM or an owner? I would never do that. Just be that honorary title like Eli Manning has.
Oh,
And
okay.
just basically be a mascot for that.
Also,
team
be
for
what
us.
David Wright is. David Wright's
Yeah.
got the same thing. He's got
Well, that's
that
what he is.
title.
And he's already gotten credit. Like he apparently convinced or worked with Jake on that contract. Like he was very
So he- yeah.
integral to it. Yeah. To the extension. I agree with you. Like why end up like Elway where nobody likes you?
But the
but-
thing is, Elway should have been fired a long time ago. But
Well,
he'll
that's what I'm
never get
saying.
fired.
Yeah.
Right. It's amazing that he can't find.
So
a
the
quarterback.
end of the statement, by the way,
The
says
The thing with
What-
Elway is he did his job. He got a
One
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
He
Well,
got
2
Peyton,
trip, 1 win.
right. He got Peyton in. That's his job was to be Elway, and it worked in that moment. And I guess
the end of the Antonio Brown's statement reads, "Once my surgery is complete, I'll be back to 100%. Looking forward to next season. Business is going to be booming.
There's no way anybody take this.
We're booming again, but we're booming again.
I mean,
We're
so
booming.
confirmed he's coming back. We're booming. But
We're
there's
booming.
no way anybody takes a chance on him. I can't see it. Maybe, I don't know. Like, are the Ravens desperate enough? And do they think they have a strong enough? That's my kind of thing. Like, do they think they have a strong enough locker room where they can kind of deal with it?
They can finish the year 500. I'm sorry, I'm just looking.
So
I
the
know
year
I
is
want to win those 2 extra
2022.
games.
So the year is 2022. In February will be 222. On the 22nd it will be 222. And 22222 is on a Tuesday this year. Just thought you guys
Thanks.
wanted to know.
Appreciate
Okay.
that.
I got you, boys. I got you.
All right, let's get it going.
So,
Let's go. I gotta be
Chiefs.
+2 this week.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs. Yeah, Drew Lock. You.
Oh, my God.
Is he out? Is that a position that's been this year?
What?
Denver? Coaching position?
Probably.
I think so.
7
Yeah, I
and
think
10?
they're gonna get rid of Fangio. And
See, this is the Cowboys are so frustrating because 1 week the Cowboys are that team that 1 week you're like you can't get the trends of what way the Cowboys go. Like 1 week they're world beaters, and then the
And what are
following
they
week-
playing for this week? Are they going to play guys and worry about and hope not? So what seed can they end up in? They can't end up higher than 2, right? Or can they not end up
if
higher
the
than 4?
Cardinals win the division, then they can't. Then they would be stuck 3rd.
The Cardinals.
So if the Cardinals win the division, I think they're 2. Because the Rams are 2 at the moment.
So where's Tampa?
3,
Tampa's 3.
I think. But
Well,
if
they stay 3, so
I know, but I think like maybe Dallas. I'm saying the Dallas just lost Arizona, so they can't pass Arizona. And I think they lost.
I think they lost to the Rams.
Did they lose to the Rams?
I don't know, but they didn't.
Also,
they should've-
CD and Cooper at the Mavs game because that's
and
big.
Gallup is out for the season.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. He's
And
interesting.
the Eagles
He's a
are
free
also
agent.
home. And if you look,
The
last
Eagles
week
have
I
nothing to
mentioned-
play for.
but they're home. They're gonna lose to the Cowboys. They're not losing to the Cowboys by 8 points. The Cowboys are terrible on the road, especially in the
The
red
Cowboys
zone.
did not play the Rams this year.
No, I was
Okay.
gonna say they probably played the Seahawks, right?
It-
They won the division, right?
No, they
they
played
played the
Arizona.
Cardinals.
They played Arizona last week.
Arizona won the division last year.
No, the Cowboys didn't either. The football
Oh, that's
team did.
right. That's right. The football team did. Sorry.
This is the 20th in a row of a different division winner.
Yes, for the 100th.
I think
time.
for every year the Packers have won the division, we've had a different division winner.
I think the
Right.
I mean, we've lost the division like I don't know 3 times.
Ever?
No, in recent years in the Rodgers era, I think they lost it. It's either 2 or 3 times. The Bears got it. The year they won the Super Bowl, the Bears got it. The Vikings won it twice, I think.
Right. I remember you
Right.
went to Chicago. There was an Islander. I was at the Islander game. When you
Yeah,
beat-
that was the championship game was in Chicago.
The famous.
Before we move on to,
Jake-
so what are we taking in this game? We go Eagles at
I'm
home,
going
right?
Eagles.
I'm taking
at home.
Dallas. I'm taking Dallas.
Okay. So before we move forward, we got to talk. More importantly, speaking Eagles, is Jalen Hurts.
Oh yeah, that
Wash-
was wild.
That first off, that was wild. Second off, you need a new stadium, Washington. I don't
We
care
knew
what
that.
anybody says. That this whole year has been a disaster since
Worst
opening
stadium
day
in the
for-
league. Since
But now
Oakland's
that the
gone.
people, just so like, I'm gonna put this on record. The people that fell publicly
are
coming
all
out and
Eagle
saying
fans.
are all gonna start suing
Right.
for like being hurt. They do realize that it's on video that they all got up and started taking pictures with Jalen Hurts, right?
Right.
But it doesn't matter. They still fell.
Yeah.
But if you get up and you're smiling and
Nope.
having a good time,
They
Listen,
shouldn't have been. They shouldn't have
They-
fell in the first place.
the
hey,
the
right.
NFL like Players Association should sue them for the goddamn terrible field they have.
Right. RG3.
RG3 should sue them.
Yeah, but then you can start saying it about MetLife also because everyone.
Oh
seems to
yeah,
care
the
that it's-
turf monster
Okay.
in MetLife.
MetLife is a dump.
No.
You
Well, the
play in the
stadium, yeah.
toilet bowl.
Yeah.
Do you guys like MetLife?
It's an
No.
air conditioner.
Okay, good. Air
Okay.
conditioner.
Air conditioner.
The only reason why I like MetLife is because it was able to get tickets, but other than that, it's the shithole.
Okay, good. I just so we're all on the same page. It looks. I'll be honest. The concrete looks better with a blue tone to it. I'll give you that. But that's about it. The stadium looks better for Giant games than it does for Jet games.
Well, it's not that difficult. Well,
That's
the
it.
Jets are
That's
moving
it.
to England anyway because,
Whoop-de-doo.
didn't they just sign some sort of like contract like the Jaguars?
The Jets should come play at Citi Field.
The thing with MetLife that's so frustrating is they had the Jets and Giants combined,
And they still made a dump.
and they still missed of all the nice newer stadiums within the last 10 years. It has to be the worst one.
I mean, I think that the two teams together actually was a detriment.
Right.
So
Because,
I was listening
like-
to what's the art podcast, Danny?
Or
All
Stapleton,
In.
whatever the hell it is.
What?
All
in, right? So Joe was on there, license plate guy, asking him about the best stadiums. He said number one's AT&T, which I can agree with.
Right, and he says that in the interview.
He says it every time he gets asked the question. But he said it. So this interview occurred right after the Charger game,
Right.
and he said that stadium in Los Angeles is right up there.
Oh, it
sure.
has to be. It looks it.
Also, apparently the league's looking into a new Super Bowl location.
Oh.
Yeah, because of COVID stuff with California, I think.
Ruh-roh.
They're looking
So-
at it's just if they change it, it's AT&T, I would assume, because it can hold the capacity.
That
wise.
in Texas.
Or you go to
That-
or you go straight to Vegas. It's
Right.
there.
Right. That and
I think next year is Vegas, so you might as well just move Vegas.
maybe
up
they don't
again.
want to do it 2 years in a row there. And Texas.
Maybe
doesn't care
you
for
move
COVID.
Vegas up and you say as of now, LA will be next year. You just flip them.
But that stuff takes years of planning. Like the
Right.
planning for Vegas has already started. The hotels and that nonsense.
Yeah, but
Right.
still, it would be the same thing with Dallas. Now you got to restart everything and comes to Dallas. No matter where you move it, it's got to restart.
But I'm saying if you move Vegas's up and then now you have to double reschedule. You have to reschedule the stuff you already rescheduled for Vegas next year, and reschedule this one. If you just leave Vegas, you leave it for next year, and you worry about the best this one's going to be.
So the next couple of Super Bowl locations are this year's California, next year's Arizona. So in 2 years,
It's Vegas.
2 years is Vegas.
Okay,
So 2024, and then New Orleans in 2025
that makes sense.
are the only ones that they've had announced so far.
So 2025 when the Giants.
So New
are-
Orleans was supposed to be 2024, but apparently Mardi Gras got moved up, and it was going to be the same week, so they didn't want to do it. So Vegas in 2024.
Okay.
You're telling
Alright.
me you don't want a Super Bowl celebration during Mardi Gras?
No, I don't think capacity-wise, like the city can handle it.
Yeah, my parents when they went down was the same week of the Cowboys Saints game, and it was absolutely crazy. They said.
It was Thanksgiving weekend, right? If I remember.
Yeah, a week after.
Okay, so Thanksgiving weekend's when I went, and it was the weekend Grambling State plays whatever that other school is that like their big rivalry, and literally post game they just go and hang out on Bourbon Street like all the teams,
Right.
both teams together,
Right.
Yeah.
and it's just a crazy party weekend. All right, the Bengals with nobody and the Browns who
But the
stink.
Browns have nobody either. Like I don't think Baker's. Didn't they shut
Yeah.
Baker down?
Yeah.
Both teams Browns stink.
I'm taking the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
going Bengals. I'll take the 2-point
Yeah, I don't know, whatever.
dogs.
Wow, 2.5 in, huh?
He says everybody's playing. I don't know. They said they did
This has like playing the first quarter, first.
This
half,
has
preseason
fourth
stuff.
preseason game written all over it.
They said that when he was with the Rams, McVay and them did a study that of how to handle it, and the results came back significantly that you should play them in some capacity. I would guess a quarter, especially because they have a couple guys coming back from injury. Bakhtiari's supposed to hopefully get a game in this week. And then the defensive guys like Jair and Zadarius Smith, I don't think so. But their center who was hurt and Bakhtiari, I think are going to try to get in this week for a little bit. So they want to put them with Rodgers and Devontae. And I'm thinking a quarter.
I still think they find a way to score points for the 2.5.
This is going to be the game that Jordan
too.
Love's going to blow up. Just like, you remember, when was it? Like 10 years ago when Matt Flynn Flynn threw like 5 touchdown passes.
I think that was
2013. It
2011.
was in the paper the other day.
It was 2011.
So, and you know what's funny about it? That we're talking about it. That was one of the questions they asked Rodgers on Monday. They asked Rodgers what's his thoughts on it. He said, one year we sat and then we struggled in the playoffs, and then there were times where we played a little bit and then played well in the playoffs. So it's really.
I'm trying to think. I don't think they've, because this is 3 years in a row. LaFleur's, they've always had a bye with him, but I don't think they clinched it this early the last 2 times. I think they had to win the last week of the season to clinch it the last 2 weeks. I don't know.
Neither team. Let's go Vikings.
Go Vikings. Yep.
Yeah, because
We're only 6.5 point underdogs. All right, Washington, please kill us. Just put us out of our misery, please.
Jesus.
Well,
Just
Jake,
put the bullet.
Frum
I
is
want
playing.
to leave by halftime unless West talks me out of it.
Oh, we already are.
Yeah.
There's no talking us out of it.
Steven left at halftime against the Eagles. It was or was it the Eagles? I don't know. It was a 10-point game.
Yeah,
That
we
was
left
me.
at halftime with the Eagles.
Yeah,
Well,
I did too. I didn't even go to my seats that game.
No, that wasn't Eagles left at halftime.
Whatever game it
But
was.
Eagles game was
No, the
last game I
Cowboy
went to.
game.
The Cowboy game
I
was a
left at.
10-point game, and you left at the anniversary game. It was a 10-point game, and you left at halftime. And I was
We
like,
got
"What the
blown out.
fuck?" Yeah, I mean, I get it.
We got blown out, and I could see the top. When you can see Mike Glennon's eye level from my seats because of his neck, you're in bad shape.
Right.
I'm taking the Jaguars.
Jaguars are covering.
Yeah.
I'm taking them.
This is going to be the game that Jaguar fans go hyped about for next year, and they'll still go 2-15. That's it. Ben's going out with a win.
No, I'm taking.
I don't know about the win, but they'll cover.
I'm
Ben's
taking
going
the
out with a win.
Ravens.
Tennessee is. The Texans cover last week?
No. Maybe.
Who'd
Oh
they
no,
play?
no, they lost by multiple touchdowns. Let's look.
No, they got blown out. It was like they played.
They played the Niners.
Yeah, it was like 50 to something, I think, right?
No, they didn't cover.
That was
picked them.
Okay.
23-7.
Oh, that was the Chiefs that scored 50. Never mind. I'm taking the
Patriots.
Titans. Yeah, the Patriots. Okay, Patriots.
Titan. I'm gonna take the Titans to win this game by a lot. I think the Falcons are gonna ride high in this one.
No, I'm taking the Saints. They got to win.
Could somebody
I'm going
clip this
Saints.
on Twitch, please, to put the Finns taking Tyson Hill to win a football game?
It's the Falcons. The Falcons are the ultimate mediocre team. They lose to anybody slightly better than them, and they're right in the middle. They're like the 16th team in the league.
Bills are gonna cover.
No, I'm taking the Jets.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah, 17 points. is a lot
17 points is a lot for
for a team that's probably.
And you could tell by the way the Jets played last week, they're actually playing.
especially for a team that we could know by the time this game starts if the Bills have a shot at the 1 seed.
Right.
I don't, which I think the Titans, like I said, are going to win. So I'm taking the Jets.
The House of Horrors for the Patriots. I'm taking the Dolphins.
Really?
Patriots, for whatever weird reason, don't play well. And
Belichick versus they don't, but Belichick versus former coaches.
Well, they lost.
Yeah.
The Dolphins beat the Patriots week 1. Or was that last year?
That was last year
That
because
was
they
last
started
year.
0-7 this year.
Yeah, you're right. I'm taking the Patriots. I don't care.
yeah, you're right. I was fucking with you. Does Brady play the whole game?
No,
Well, that's the thing.
he was playing quarterback for the Panthers.
Sam probably.
Yeah, Sam.
He had a back-breaking pick at the end of the Sealy game.
But like he played slightly better, I think, last week. I don't know.
Fuck it.
That's
I'll
gonna be
go
an
with
interesting
the Bucs.
coaching job. Going Bucks at home. It's gonna be an interesting coaching job.
Gabbert, what's the backup? Blaine Gabbert is gonna kill him.
I can't believe Blaine Gabbert still plays football. I can't believe Blaine Gabbert has a job and
Hey man, hanging on to Tom Brady's balls. I think the Niners cover.
The Niners haven't lost to the Rams
The Niners defense
in a
is gonna
long
be
time.
Niners D is gonna be tough.
I think it's like 6 in a row the Niners have beat the Rams.
is it?
Yeah, something crazy.
It's something crazy like that.
Why do they not have a head-to-head last bunch of games together? That's interesting. I would think that they would.
So these games are going to be the games I listen to on my way home.
I'm gonna take the Niners to win this game, and the Cardinals are going to clinch the division.
Cardinals, yeah.
To win.
I'm going Raiders. This is where they're
What
going to.
did the Chargers do last week?
They won.
They blew them out last week, right?
Yeah.
They blew out Denver last week. Yeah, this has Raiders written all over it.
Yeah, I gotta take the Raiders. I gotta take them.
49.5.
Go 52.
I'm going 50 even.
I'm gonna go under. I'm going 48.
Really?
I feel like this is gonna come down to some sort of defensive play at the end. Not gonna cover it.
Jacobs is gonna have a great game because they can't stop the run.
Vin, did you see what happened with the LSU bowl game?
No.
So the points total betting wise for LSU was 19.
Okay.
They scored a touchdown with no time left on the clock to cover the 19.
Oh God.
There was 0 on the clock, and they were down. What was it, Danny? Like 34-14 or something like that, or 40-something to 14. And the LSU quarterback chucked the ball up, and I think they were playing like Kansas State, and Kansas State just wasn't even playing in the last play.
It's rough.
Niners have beat the Rams 5 times in a row.
Oh, so they're due.
I mean, it's better than when they used to, was it them that used to tie every game? Wasn't there like a stretch where they
I don't remember that.
There's 2 when they were in St. Louis.
It's not ringing a bell to me.
No, not me either.
With that being said, gentlemen, anything else?
Nope. I'll see you Sunday, Steve.
Yay!
This is completely off topic. I do kind of like Davis Mills, though. He's played pretty good.
Yeah, he's been playing pretty well for all things considered.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually scores points unlike a fucking team in the Meadowlands.
It's tough with being a bad team,
Yeah, you wouldn't know. Thanks.
It's funny. I was going back and looking at Packer history.
I'll see you Sunday as well. And Wes, I'm seeing you as well because you'll be sitting with me.
You guys have so much fun for an hour.
Well, tailgating.
Tailgating too. I forgot. You're right.
J8 and Snacks is L16.
Long morning.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing yet. Anywho, thank you, Snacks. Remember, get your work done before our show, Snacks, so you can come on and actually yell at Vincent.
There's another 5 years.
Snacks during baseball season is actually going to be really fun.
Oh, he's a Yankee fan, so you just have him and Devin, and the 3 of us could just not talk. That's what we'll do. Just remember, he did it. He listened.
Can't wait.
He did it. He said Vincent.
I'm not even gonna say it because you know we're gonna suck, and that's what's gonna.
100%, and it's gonna be terrible.
Yeah.
There's no more baseball in this world, boys.
All right.
That's it. I told you, Vin. We're not coming back from the lockout. I drove by there today. Only thing on the board was Foo Fighters. Not even
Foo Fighters.
I gotta go to that show. That was a great show a couple years ago.
I can't
It's
wait.
like
We have
6
tickets.
years ago.
The one where he had a broken foot?
Yeah, it was actually really
Yeah.
cool.
You were at that one?
I
Yes.
wasn't there. Oh, no.
I was there. No, I
You
know
were
I was there.
I know you were there.
We
I
sat
went
low.
to the first night.
That's how I know his foot was broken. You told me.
We were there we were there, I think it was like a Friday night or Thursday night, whatever it was. And then this year we have Upper Decks. Me, my
Yeah, I didn't
cousin,
get tickets
me-
yet. Yeah, it
me,
was my
David,
uncle's hookup. I had my hookup for that.
So
That's why.
we're
All right,
super
boys.
excited. That could be the one event that I go to at City Field for the summer. It's like, no.
Aren't the
Stop it.
New York?
Nope.
Aren't they gonna build a soccer stadium for NYCFC?
No, I
Rumored.
think they're just playing at the stadium.
Champions, NYCFC.
I was very tempted to buy FIFA on PlayStation.
How was the parade, Danny? What did they have one?
No, they didn't. They just had they just had a just had a
Danny
thing
was so
at
excited. I'm
City
getting
Hall.
a parade, and nobody.
They had a
knew
what?
No, they just had the City Hall thing.
Okay.
They just
So
didn't do the parade.
ceremony thing. Is that a COVID thing or a soccer thing?
I think it was a soccer thing.
Okay.
I think if there was any other team, I think they would have found a way to do it.
Yeah, I think so too. All right,
Everyone
boys.
distanced themselves during the parade. Nobody on top of
During
each
the
other.
parade. They had New Year's Eve, so they didn't care
Right.
then.
If you could do New Year's Eve, you could do a parade for the soccer team.
I'll still never forget the U.S. women's
Women's soccer.
soccer. I was able to walk down Broadway.
That's tough. That's just.
That's why you didn't do one for the.
And they're fucking awesome. Like they were dominant.
Right, no,
then.
and they like deserve it. But it was,
It's
like that
just-
morning, I was able to like it was cool seeing all the parents with the girls who like watched them and like idolize them. So that was cool. But I was able to walk down Broadway to do my job that morning. I'm like, yeah, let me see how crowded it is. Yep,
Fine.
Just a regular day in the city.
basically.
Well, with that being said, we will see you guys next week.